We're Performance Consulting Associates. The maintenance planner is a vital member of the natural work team responsible for the care and maintenance of the equipment in an area. The planner's role is unique in that the majority of their time and effort should be focused upon work that is to occur in the future. The value the planner brings is in enabling the persons performing maintenance and repair work to be more efficient. Well-planned and prepared jobs are typically performed in 25 to 50% less time than unplanned jobs. In addition, planned work results in improvements in safety, quality of work, and reduced maintenance expenses attributable to the planner's efforts. A major activity performed by the planner is the creation of job plans for complex jobs. While all work will be planned in some fashion, not every job requires detailed planning by a maintenance planner. The planner, with the operations maintenance coordinator, with input from the maintenance supervisor, will identify the jobs that will benefit from detailed job planning versus the jobs that are simple and straightforward, requiring minimal planner involvement. All unplanned jobs that will need the planner's input into creating a job package make up the planner's backlog. The jobs that are selected for detailed job planning will require the major component of the planner's time. The planner, with prioritization set by the operations maintenance coordinator, will begin detailed job planning on high-priority jobs first. The very first step in job planning is creating an enhanced job scope. Depending upon the clarity of the work order description, this may include communication with the work request originator, the operations maintenance coordinator, or the maintenance supervisor to ensure a clear understanding of the need and the potential action steps. For many jobs, a job site visit is warranted to fully understand the scope of work. Because a planner will typically have multiple jobs at different stages in the planning cycle, and one or more new jobs will be added to the planner's queue each day or week, it is a good idea for the planner to set aside time each day to perform site visits for one or more jobs that are being planned. Grouping job site visits allows the planner to achieve efficiencies in job planning. These job site visits will review the new work that may not yet be prioritized. In this case, the goal is to create an initial scope of work that may allow the maintenance supervisor or maintenance technician to handle the planning for simple, straightforward jobs. For more complex jobs, this scoping activity provides the maintenance planner with an advanced starting point when they begin detailed job planning. A planning checklist is used to record the scope of the required work. The job planning checklist should be begun for every job that requires detailed job planning. The checklist should be taken on the job site visits to help the planner consider all the aspects of the future work. A checklist, while a seemingly simple tool, is a vital component in creating a comprehensive, quality job plan. Simple checklists are used on every single flight, private, commercial, and military, by pilots who have years of experience for a very simple reason. They eliminate errors. When making the job site visit, it is helpful for the planner to have filled out elements of the planning checklist to guide what they need to look for. Some of the tools the planner may need to bring with them on the job site visit are flashlight, tape measure, temperature gun, bolt gauge, and a cell phone with a good camera. Having the checklist in hand and filling out details as they perform the job site visit will enable the planner to pull together a complete job plan when they are back at their desk. The things a planner will look for in a job site visit are safety considerations. What is the work environment like? Is there sufficient lighting? Are there hazards to note and either mitigate or prepare for? Safety permits. Which ones, and is there any pre-work right before the job starts to handle so the technicians can quickly go to work? Special equipment. Is there simple access to the work, or will scaffolding be needed? Will there be lifting required? Are fans, ventilation, or air conditioning required? Will there be cutting or welding? Are there special considerations for utilities needed, such as welding or instrument air or water? Who will need to be communicated with and when? While this doesn't necessarily need to be done in the field visit, there are sometimes aspects of the job, like a focused cleaning effort in the work area, that will be noticed during the job site visit. This leads to the final consideration that a job site visit helps highlight, and that is what work needs to be done or can be done ahead of the actual repair to streamline the work. This is particularly important when the job will shut down a portion of the plant, and minimizing downtime is important. Many complex and large-scale jobs will have parts that will need to be direct purchased if they are not in the plant storeroom. Identifying the parts required and parts availability is one of the first activities the planner does when they begin planning a job. Depending upon the timing of the work, the planner will gather the parts in a number of different ways. For jobs occurring in the near future with parts in stores, the planner will issue pick tickets through the CMMS and have the parts gathered for the job. If parts delivery is in place, those parts will be scheduled for delivery to the appropriate area. If some of the needed parts are not in the storeroom, the planner will perform the steps necessary to identify the needed parts and then create a purchase requisition to flow through the approval cycle until it becomes a purchase order. Purchasing then orders the parts. In some cases, contractors or other services will be required in the work. The planner follows the same process of identifying the needed support or service, creating a purchase requisition, and then sending it through the approval process. One of the deliverables from the planner will be a job package containing all necessary information for the technician or technicians to execute the job. Every job package has a few key elements as well as several optional elements. Beginning with the goal of helping the persons performing the work to do so in a safe, efficient, and quality manner, the planner will evaluate the job and the technician's skill set and then include the level of detail pertinent to the specific job. The elements included in every job package are the work order with an enhanced description accurately describing the work to be performed, any safety considerations, permits, or special details. Every package should have a feedback form to enable the persons performing the work to provide findings from executing the job. While it is incumbent upon the supervisor to ensure the technicians provide feedback, the planner should use the feedback to enhance the job packages they have created for future work. Other items that will be included into some job packages, but not necessarily all, are special safety precautions, instructions, and equipment lists, specialized tools and equipment lists, drawings, schematics, layouts, and specifications. Digital images with notes as needed. During the job site visit, it is important for the planner to take digital images that they then use to aid them in planning the work without having to return to the job site numerous times. In many cases, these images, with appropriate annotations, can be used in the job package or embedded into the job plan. Location diagram or map, and finally a parts list. This is a list of the expected parts to be used that have been identified in the planning process. In some cases, such as preventive maintenance inspections, there may be potential parts required. In this case, the planner may include a copy of the equipment bill of material or BOM. This is job-specific, with the planner encouraged to err on the side of including a copy of the equipment BOM in most cases. The job plan is an element of the job package. While some use the term job plan and job package interchangeably, making a distinction between these is helpful. The job package is all the information and communication related to a specific work order that needs to be executed. The job plan is a detailed description of what needs to be done and, in some cases, how to do the work. A job plan will often identify the steps to go from the current state to the final desired state, returning a piece of equipment to reliable operating condition. An important consideration for the planner is the skill set of the technicians and the complexity of the job. The technicians bring a certain expected level of competency to the work. The role of the planner is to provide the information and preparatory support to a skilled technician that will allow them to do the work safely and efficiently and in a quality manner. For example, while the technicians will know how to tighten fasteners, they may not have the specifications for the actual torque requirements for the specific type of equipment. The planner is to perform the pre-work research to identify and communicate that in the job plan. No planner is proficient in all aspects of the work they are planning. However, it is expected that they develop job packages that will increase the effectiveness and efficiency of skilled technicians. This is where the planners will make use of experienced persons in the crew. A planner should be a person with many friends. Through their work, they make the technician's life better. In turn, they should call upon the subject matter experts, either within their team or from external resources, to develop the detailed job plans that increase the effectiveness of the technicians using their job packages. There are a few different ways the subject matter experts can support good job planning. One is for the subject matter expert to accompany the planner when they perform the job site visit and build the preliminary job plan. This has the added benefit of stretching the planner's perspective and increasing their knowledge when planning similar jobs in the future. Another is to have a subject matter expert review an initial job package before the planner finalizes it. A third way, which is particularly helpful with very complex jobs that have a direct impact upon the availability of the production line, is to review the job plan with a group of persons who have either performed similar work in the past or are going to perform the work being planned. Labor estimates are adjusted during the planning process to account for the details the planner uncovers. As the planner develops an accurate scope of the work with detailed job steps, they will create estimates for the job. For complex jobs, there are estimates for different aspects of the job that they will need to generate. The first is the estimated hours that the individual technicians and different work groups will put into the work on the work order. The second is the estimated hours the equipment will be offline for maintenance work. This is especially important when the equipment downtime may curtail specific plant performance. The third is the estimate of the job cost, including labor, materials, and services. Since many jobs that are performed will be repeated at some point in the future, it is important to learn and apply the lessons learned whenever a job is completed. This is the reason technician feedback after each job is mandatory. The planner should review this and make adjustments to the job plan, which should be maintained within the CMMS system. These become standard job plans to be reused whenever that job or similar job is performed in the future. We're PCA. We know planning. Call 770-717-2737 to learn more.